We all know that feeling. I hate math. I suck at math. I'm sick of this math. Last year, my IAL Math class gave me a huge mental breakdown when I found out I'd only scored 20% on my test. So in this video, friends, I'll tell you exactly how I went from failing to scoring an A+ in math in just 4 weeks without being a math genius. The second tip was my secret weapon, and I'll be explaining all my methods in detail, so make sure to watch till the end. Tip number 1. Make effective notes. I've always been someone who found short notes very useful for scoring high in many subjects like chemistry, English literature, and history. So when my A-level math marks tanked, I figured I could try notes here too, but the problem is, unlike other subjects, writing effective notes for math requires a very organized and well thought out structure, something that will reinforce your practicing. Experimenting with different structures for my notes showed me that the most effective one involved noting down the theory, how to use it, and examples of its usage, and I'll explain to you why this works so well in a moment. So the structure that I recommend for note-taking in math is: Number 1. Write down the theory or concept you are learning. This will help you remember the theory you are learning more easily, including complicated math formula. Number 2. Write down a step-by-step guide to using that theory to solve a problem. Sometimes we can remember the raw concept, but we need help figuring out how to use it in the exam. So doing a step-by-step recipe for solving problems, especially when it comes to the more difficult topics for you, will help you remember how to use specific concepts or theorems to answer exam questions. Number 3. Jot down a solved example of a common or easy problem and an exceptional or more challenging problem. I'm sure you guys must have seen this meme somewhere before, but it's true, and I've experienced this before. Sometimes the questions we have to answer at our exams are like our homework questions to the power of infinity, and this is why it's always useful to know how to solve an example or two of the worst case scenario questions you can get at the exam along with the easier ones. Make these notes for all of your lessons and study them before you attempt past exam questions. You'll almost instantly notice that it's much easier to answer them now than it was before. Tip number 2. Practice past exam questions before practicing past exam papers. Obviously, friends, we'll find ourselves a lot more comfortable during exams if we feel that the questions are familiar to us. What if I told you that it's possible without cheating? Generally, we'll feel anything that we've encountered before to be familiar to us because it's not the first time we're experiencing it. The same thing is true in math and any other subject. When studying, we need to make sure we try out as many different types of questions from the same concept or unit as possible. This would mean we're potentially exposed to similar questions to what we'd most likely be asked during our actual exams. Now, there are 2 methods to do this: manually or using my secret weapon. Manually, you'd be going through past papers, collecting questions for different topics from various years, and combining them into one document to make your very own little question bank to practice with. Make sure to note down the year of the question so that you can easily find the mark schemes you need when marking your answers. My secret weapon, however, makes this process and your life a lot easier, and that is the website Physics and Math Tutor. You can find a lot of resources to help your studying process here, including past paper question compilations by topic, revision notes, flashcards, and more. Here's how to find question banks for Edexcel IAL Math on PMT. Once you download the question banks, do 2 questions a day from each topic you need to practice and mark them. Do this consistently over a month. For example, if you completed 2 questions each from 5 topics a day, that would mean you practice 10 math questions in total each day. Over 30 days on average, this would mean you practiced 300 questions, and trust me, friends, that is a lot of practice, and practice makes progress. Like this video, subscribe and press the bell icon if you're enjoying this video so far, my friends. Tip number 3. Do past exam papers the correct way. Taking out a bunch of past papers and doing them for the sake of doing them isn't going to help, friends. You need to develop the habit of spending your time wisely and effectively when practicing past exam papers so you can reap the maximum reward. Here's how to do it in 3 simple steps. Number 1. Time yourself, but with 15 minutes less. At the exam, we need to make sure that we have enough time at the end to recheck our paper for careless mistakes and sometimes to even check if we've written our name properly or not. Too often, I've found that I can finish past papers at home with enough time to spare, but at the exam, I'll always run out of time thanks to exam anxiety, unfamiliarity with the questions, and so much more. So to stop this from happening to you, do your past papers after setting your timer to 15 minutes less than the actual amount of time you are given at the exam. If it's a 1-hour paper, this means you'll need to finish doing everything and rechecking your answers with only 45 minutes in total. If it's a 2-hour exam, you'll only have 1 hour and 45 minutes in total to do everything. Practicing this timing technique will help you speed up and answer questions much faster and even give you some time to sip some water during the exam to ease your nerves and cool you down, my friends. Number 2, after you do your past paper, make sure to mark it right after. When marking, don't be lazy. Instead of only putting a tick or a cross, also write down any comments you have on the question. Why you didn't get this question right, what is the correct answer, and what you should know to answer these kinds of questions such as important formula, etc. Before you attempt your next paper, go through these corrections and comments and if needed, through your notes as well. This will help you improve in answering difficult questions much faster. Number 3, don't forget to repeat your past papers, but use a schedule. If you do the 2016 IGCSE math paper today, do it again the day after tomorrow. Repeat your past papers with just enough time for you to forget specific answers to the questions, but don't delay for too long that you forget all your previous mistakes as well. This will help you build muscle memory in answering questions, which also helps you improve your speed at answering questions and saves you a ton of time. So friends, there you have it. The strategies I used to help myself improve in math within just a month. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like it in the future, please subscribe and like this video and comment down below. I will be better at math in 2024 to manifest your goal, and I'll surely reply to you. Thank you for watching and see you in my next college adventure.